Hey everybody, it is Mary from the Ninth Seat bringing you this week's edition of the Ninth Seat Q&A Corner. I had an email sent to me. This coxswain had a question about how not to be repetitive, especially in stressful situations. So I was thinking there's probably two types of stressful situations. First stressful situation is during racing, and then the second stressful situation is during practice. Let's go ahead and think through the first scenario. This is probably on everybody's mind, right? We're racing. What to say during the next 7 minutes, 8 minutes, whatever minute, how long your race is. What do you say and how do you not be repetitive? So here's a tip. It's all about the race plan. And we're gonna talk about this probably every week, or maybe not every week, but my answer is going to be the same. Your race plan is your outline, and your race plan is your bread and butter of what you're going to say, when you're going to say it, why you're going to say it, and how you're going to say it during a race. Let's brainstorm how to use your race plan so you're not going to be repetitive, especially because, racing, it can be stressful for some people. Race plans will tell us what to do in the first 250, and then how can we update and give information to our crews to get them ready for the next part of the race plan. And then when you prep something for the race plan, you tell your crew what exactly happened, what needs to come next, what was the result of a certain part of your race plan. It's just a pattern over and over and over again. So let's think about that pattern. First 500. Usually somebody makes a move coming into the first 500. So as the coxswain, you will prep that move, execute the move, give information on what happened, what was the result, and then more importantly, what's gonna come up next so you're not gonna have to wait for the next move. Let's say, for example, at the 1,000. So then during the whole second 500, you're giving them updates of where you are, what needs to happen to get the next placement, and what's coming up next in relationship to the outline, which is your race plan. So being repetitive, if you're not thinking about your race plan and what's coming up next and how your boat feels as it executes the race plan, all those senses of what you feel, how you're gonna execute that race plan, and then just communicating to your crew, that's how you're gonna not be repetitive. So if you don't have a plan, this is a brilliant time to sit down with your coach first, or maybe ask for a meeting with your coach and saying, hey, I think we need a race plan. And then hopefully as a team, your coach will tell you and your team what is expected during the race. And then hopefully during practice, you execute certain elements of your race plan. So then it's rehearsed, everyone believes it, everyone owns it, and then for us as the coxswains, we just execute it and make sure the quality is maintained of what we executed during practice. If you're feeling like you're repetitive, you may have just lost focus on what's coming up next, how do you need to inform your crew, and how can you validate any type of execution your crew did as it pertains to the race plan. So, with being repetitive, I think I said race plan about 1 million times during this Q&A session, and I hope you realize how important having a plan, believing in the plan, and then committing to the plan. And for us, it makes our job easier as coxswains because everyone's on the same page. We just have to make sure that we execute, and then that quality and that commitment is there, and then we just have to inform our crew of how things are going, what's coming up next, and how we can have no regrets coming through that 2,000 meter race course. Good luck with not being repetitive during races. Now let's think about being repetitive during practice. Here's the scenario. Your coach is working with your crew and you're steering straight, and all of a sudden your coach drives away to work with another of your teammates of different boat, or maybe they have to stop, pick up debris or whatever, and then lo and behold, you are in charge. What to say and how not to be repetitive. And here is the big secret. Boat feel, boat feel, boat feel. We are also going to talk a lot about boat feel in these Q&A sessions, because the bad news about boat feel, you never have enough. But the good news about boat feel, you never have enough and you're always learning. And that is that's why I love the coxswain seat, is because we get to feel what all of our teammates are doing, especially when the coach is speaking to your teammates and you, and there's changes in boat speed and how that reacts to your body. All these subtle changes, that's going to help you choose what to say when it's just you in charge of thinking about, is my boat going well? Can I have a little bit more speed coming in? What words do I need to choose to make sure that I am increasing boat speed and not just taking up space or having filler words? Boat feel is going to help you not be repetitive, and then also listen to your coach, listen to your teammates. If you don't know how to fix anything on a spin or when you are stopping just for rest, ask your stroke seat, ask your 7 seat, the stern 3. Man, you guys, you need to be a team and you need to communicate to each other of, hey, how's the boat feeling? What do we need to work on? And then for coxswains, for us, all we have to do is make sure that if there's a lack of concentration, because we're all human, we just have to make sure that you choose the right words that everyone is capable of hearing, everyone's capable of digesting, and hopefully it's the same words that your coach has been using to try to find more boat speed with your crew. Being repetitive, there is the downside. You have to be repetitive sometimes. Think about it. We have the catch, we have the finish, we have the drive. And it's catch, drive, finish, catch, drive, finish. It is just this cyclical thing. It is the same stroke over and over again. And what usually happens? The catch starts to miss, the placement, the connection, the levering. They're common mistakes, they're common problems. So that's why boat feel is going to help you think about, hey, we're missing the front end, we're missing that lever part. I feel it. I'm gonna make a call. I'm going to wait, I'm going to hopefully feel a change, and then you're going to validate that change. And if you have any type of speed checks of, like a speed coach, a GPS, or, whatever you have to gauge speed, if you can feel that, look down, see a number, qualify that number, give that number to your crew, then all of a sudden your boat feel backed up with data of, yes, I made the right call of suggesting we all need to have that front end because that's what you've been working on. And then you wait for everyone to execute it. More importantly, you say on this one, and then you have that agent of change moment, but then everyone buys into it. You see a change of speed. You inform your crew, hey, we just went faster. You give the split maybe, you give the GPS, whatever, it's number. Then boom, all of a sudden you are gaining trust. You are choosing your words, and more importantly, your words, even if they're repetitive, you are at that moment of time. It just needs more upkeep and maintenance. So just think about it. Are you being repetitive because your rowers aren't listening to you? Or are you being repetitive because the same problems come up over and over again? Because that's what happens with the boat sometimes. But then are you using your boat feel and your spidey senses of, hey, it is going faster. Whatever you did, hold that change. Let them kind of be in their moment for a couple strokes, check back in with them, and then it's just this give and take all the time. So being repetitive, it's not a bad thing sometimes if you're still having that conversation and it's a cyclical process. If you're just saying like, good job, catches, go, go, all those generic phrases without actually taking the time to feel the boat, you're gonna get tuned out and you're gonna think you have to be more creative to entertain them, but you just have to be factual and you have to be right and you have to feel it. And more importantly, your teammates have to feel it. So then all 9 of you, all 5 of you, you're having that moment of, yes, everyone is buying in. I know I've said catches a million times, but this time, do you guys feel this? Hold that change. Let's go. Those are your 2 scenarios of being repetitive. It's a journey. Keep all of that boat feeling and and identifying if your boat is slowing down or speeding up. That's the fun problem solving aspect of our seat. In a race, if you're feeling repetitive and nothing's changing, sometimes that just happens. But what we have control over is executing our race plan and then communicating, is our plan working? Good luck. Repetitive is good and bad as long as you're just in it and you're not witnessing things, but you're being involved and you're an actual boat mover. Next week, we're going to talk about racing, specifically the starting block, the stake boats, how to back in, how to maneuver. It's a stressful situation. So we're going to talk about that because it's race season. And then the following week, we're going to talk about what happens when you have to steer on tidal water. And I've got Caitlin Snyder and Zoe from GB, the coxswain. They gave me some advice on how to do the tideway, which will be awesome. I will see you guys next week. Thank you for commenting and please subscribe. The community's building and I'm really excited about it. See ya.